Lalu kayak bakar again. I'm telling you. Ayo, you think I'm playing? What to kaya ni bro? Yo, karong back test. Back test, motherfuckers. Bro. I'm doing it live on YouTube. I don't even give a fuck about people right now. I'm doing this shit for me, bro.
In the YouTube understand your niche.
Nah, this like to be honest, YouTube you can do anything is as long as it's in your YouTube account, you know what I mean? But it's just live video anyways. It could have been live automation. I can be on this chat here. We're talking about AI shit. Don't really matter. It's just content and code. You just need to be more about AI. Hey! Okay.
Yeah, man, we have to lock in. This guy gonna.
Bro, gold is gone. Bro, we could have been millionaire in 2025, you know. Wallahi, with these trades that we took here, if we had proper money fucking management behind this shit, bro, utakundu kengamene, bro. Utakundu ide. Bro, look where the gold price is gone. And look where we start this fucking trend, bro. And where the market is right now is insane. Crazy. But you see how many lines I have in there? 204, bro. I've been locked in on this shit. No, but to be honest, I feel like Malay bro and I maybe I have to because I have journal all of them. So we gotta go so we can backtest. We're gonna backtest the last 3 months, you know.
Yeah.
The last 3 months. So. Oh my fucking god, bro.
Amazing.
Broski though. Like this year, let's assume something like this start to happen in gold. Let's say we have 3 months nice pullback. This market is looking good, and I can see it's probably starting to do some sign of pullback, you know. So at the start of the year, if we get to like say one candle pullback, we might have a nice monthly pullback. But fuck that shit for now. Back testing is what we do. Gonna go this the nature. Oh, okay. So I was already in that. Let's go to yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah, in October it was 3,000, bro. We were tagging these numbers, and that shit is literally is here, bro. I might right, bro. Somewhere here.
That's
Just from October, bro. That's actually insane, bro. But let's go back to the monthly time frame. This month is what? October 1st. But if we want to back the October, November, December, we need to start with this one. We need this candle out as well. The system is the same shit though. So we're gonna now need to use the logic. I'm gonna go here, start to take the monthly low, ground this, we take the monthly high. I think this 2 level is okay for now because we don't have more weeks and shit like that. And then the weekly time frame, let's go check here and we can see clearly the market direction is just bullish. So we can just try to think, okay, what's the structure saying? It's the same thing, like we create a higher high here, that was a higher low. We create this new higher high, so we're basically going for that new higher high. So anything here is just going to be continuation. So what I'm seeing here right now, because again the monthly level, if price is closer to this level, we look for buy. But if price is bullish and we're actually seeing it trying to close above the monthly level, if it stays above there, we technically just assume it's gonna continue going from there. So, but the structure is not clear. We can go to the daily time frame and you can see it's the same thing. What we can see here, what date is it? It's the 31st of September. But just think, we're not trying to trade September anymore. We want to know where October is going to go. So, if we say September is literally dying at this here, so September is closing in this daily candle here. So when October first started, we want to see, is the market going to try to trade below this level for a little bit pullback, or is it going to try to trade back above this area here so we can continue going with the structure? So the daily structure is technically telling us the same thing. We create some form of high here, low here, high here, low here. So even having one or two candle daily, we can now look for the same pattern and continue going from there. But the way I'm trying to register my mind, I'm literally trying to focus now on the daily time frame. So we need to see this candle formation on the daily time frame before we can go to like the 4 hour time frame to look for anything. You know what I mean? Because yeah. Now the daily time frame, let's just play this daily candle. Now it's September 30th. Now this is October 1st. Okay, market is not really doing much, but you know, if you were someone you were trading the market this day here, you would have been trying to do a lot of dumb shit. But now it's staying on the daily time frame. You see that candle is closing right below the level that we wanted. So we could easily start to see the formation. But the daily is not giving you no clear that you miss any trade. So you wait another day. Wow, it's starting to see some kind of formation pullback, which is exactly what we want to see from this level, anyways. So when price pullback, we'll have enough volume for us to actually go and blast that level and continue going higher. So the daily time frame, we can now start to look for area of interest where market potentially might come and react to. We can use these levels here, this key area, and said, okay, if gold come back this level and the month is starting, we're gonna start to look for some areas and continue going from there. If not, we stay attention and actually look for the market main structure here. So we just basically waiting for price to hit this level, give us some sign or at least one daily week so we can go to the 4 hour time frame, look for entry in there, or 1 hour time frame, look for entry in there. My entries are not going to be on the 15-minute time frame like that this year, bro. I need trade and money, bro.
Shit.
So let's see that now we can see, okay, this daily candle is trying to break above the key area. But again, there's nothing really much that we're missing out anyway. So to get things even interesting, you can highlight this previous key area here and watch what the market behavior might be above that area. Okay, and then let's play one more daily candle power. This now gives you reason to be like, yeah, we definitely break that level with clarity. There is volume in the daily candle because we waited for how many days? 1, 2, 3, and the fourth day give us more volume. This third day here give us the breakout. We could have gone into the 4 hour time frame, look for some areas of interest so we can catch the volume that is just kicking in this candle here. But obviously, if you're not sure with this, you could have wait for this candle to close. Now this candle is actually closing, and we know we're aiming for this 4,000 here. We can now try to go to the 4 hour time frame. Okay, and see here. Obviously, the entry would have been perfect, but then I think the month just started. We don't want to be too early with this trade. So now the 4 hour structure is now giving us more clarity. Things like making this high here. We finally break the high. So the same knowledge we was using on the one daily time frame, we're gonna use the same. We wanna see this 4 hour now pull back, give us some key area of the candle before we can execute to be like, okay, now let's scale down to 1 hour time frame and look for entry there. I'm literally thinking right now this strategy I'm backtesting. Well, like something that I'm literally processing now to implement in the system that we were already using. So
Yeah.
now, 4 hour, what day is this? New week started. So the whole week we have from Monday to Friday, no trade. Why? Because we're waiting to see exactly what we want to see so we can trade. And then now we wait, no volume. It's Monday, potentially nothing really will happen. So another chance. So now this is Tuesday, 7 in the morning. Okay, that's okay. Wow. Now potentially we can now go down to the 1 hour time frame. At this point here, to be honest, you have all reason to look for entries. Because why? you weigh it for the daily time frame. You weigh it for like how many days? 1, 2, 3. This 4 day give you confirmation, but obviously you must wait for this candle to close before you take any trade. So you wait for that candle to close by paying attention to the 4 hour time frame. The 4 hour time frame did not give you any indication to be like you can take a trade and continue with the trend, or the volume that's going to be in this Tuesday candle here. There was nothing really on there, but to make things easier, we're paying attention to structure. We can now see here, we're potentially seeing some structure starting to form here because we're rejecting from this area and price is almost approaching to the 4,000. So we're definitely going to need some volume to push into that 4,000 or even break it. So we can now go to the 1 hour again, use the same fucking knowledge structure, bro. Like if our focus was on starting the start of the month, which is 1st of October, because we wanna know if markets stay above this level the whole month, we are gonna go bullish. So we actually try and prices eventually starting to trade above the month. Not only doing that, we can clearly show the structure that is doing those things here. Breaking that, making higher low here, giving us this higher high because we have at least 3 4 candles, making this a higher low here. Now this is the higher high. Okay, when price pull back here, you might say okay, you will take the trade after you see the 3 pin formation 1 2 3 when this candle closes above here, but you could have still wait. Even if you miss this entry here, you can wait. Price actually closing back above either this key area or this key area. This could have been your entry opportunity and take the trade and go with the trend. But the way we're trying to take the trade this time is different, bro. We're gonna see opportunity, clarity with where we think market is going, try to get in a trade and hold it. So in this case here, if we break in above this key area or even this key area, because that's the first time, as you can see, whenever price is here, this actually first time we see market break above it here. So you can now, if you are in trading time, what time is this? That's 2 p.m. So we can definitely go into 15-minute time frame and we'll see the formation that is starting to form. If it's too risky to take this trade, we wait for one more candle for that candle to close. Is it clear? No. Is this clear? Yes, because it's actually closing above the candle that we need. So to make things even a bit more safer for us running into 2026, we need to make sure when we take in trade, bro, we don't have to be like, oh, we need to make that stop loss tighter so we can get more lot sizes to get trades and things like. Nah, fuck that. We know we're risking this much. As long as the market is gonna give us 3 4 times that, we should be good.
Yeah.
So we can choose to put our stop loss in the safest area possible. So which is all the way to this structure here, because this market can breathe all the way back down here. But at least if it's gonna do that breathing room here, you put your stop loss safest place and you do the maths, because at this point we know there's no data in the past that gold is gonna react to any level. So the chances are it's just gonna continue going from there. So we can aim for that and go for like 1 to 3, go for like 1 to 3, which is something like this. So if you're risking 1,500 here, you're gonna risk made what 1,500 times 3. But if you're risking 500 here, you're gonna make 1,500 here, and so on. But the trade idea is what really matters for me in this case. So we can now trade this and see what the market does. With the idea, bro, you see how we build the whole idea before we even take this trade. And this is what new week started. So like the whole week, we didn't catch any trade opportunity, not even the whole week, literally the whole month. We're waiting for price to give us exactly what we're looking for. Now we get in the trade, and there's very high chance this might be the continuation for this market to just continue going in the direction. Because if we trading above this monthly high level here, we know if price is gonna close above here, the overall for this move, we're trying to see the whole October, gold is just gonna go higher. So if we catch an entry, we need to have the idea in our brain to be like there is very potential this market might actually start to go into the direction that is willing to go. And even if this trade take you out, we can look for more trade entries and shit like that. But
Yeah.
we just play it and wait. If we wanna catch more trades like this, we can just continue with the knowledge that we have from the daily time frame. Because if this was the first candle, if this was the first candle that trigger us to be like we now potentially seeing we might get some entry opportunity. We keep the volume in here. We took the trade based on this candle here. This next daily candle is pushing the market deeper into our direction. We can wait for this candle to close. For example, on the daily 4 hour time frame, we can be monitoring. And at this point, this trade is rolling good, bro.
Yeah, for real, bro. This patient is good. It's like,
And then for this, let's see what day is this. So that's Wednesday 10 in the morning. But if we trade in the same logic, we can see here we create a new high here. At this point, there's no reason to look for any entry. Because why? Market is not giving you no pullback on the high time frames, bro. So we can now just watch the 15 minute and see how is that approaching to our TP, bro. By this fucking, we do that trade on Tuesday. By Wednesday 10, we are almost approaching to our take profit. Patient, bro. That patient is all we need this year, bro. You let that play a bit and see where we go with this. Eventually, another re-entry on the 15-minute time frame on this EMA, but we want to see that data on the hourly time frame at least. So now we can see we have a more clear reason that this market is trying to pull back. So we pay attention to the area. The next area we can look for is all the way down here. This exhaustion here is literally approaching on this week here. So we're not gonna pay too much attention to it unless it's our trading time. So this is manageable. So technically there's no reason to do anything at this point in the market. We gap down, we're still in the trade. We're gonna hold that trade. If you're gonna die with emotion, we're gonna die, but we're gonna hold our trades, bro. So now what time is this? Atimani? Ukaranga. Now, so seeing market trade above this area, our trading time, we should be looking for like some clarity. So now what time is it? 1 p.m. We didn't do nothing. We waited for price to actually trade back above the same key area. The first reaction we had on the 1 hour time frame, which is this here. Price reacted on it on the 1 hourly time frame, but obviously, like again, it's so risky though. You see how it's just pulling back on this down here because we know that entry is all the way back down here. But if we go back into the 15 minutes, that is what we focus on. So price trading back above here. Again, it's too early. This is 2 p.m. now. We need to wait. Okay, is price gonna continue going with the trend or what is gonna happen? But if we use the same knowledge that we use on here, because if he's giving us that entry reason to take that trade, all we gotta make sure is to put our stop loss in a safer place. So if you wanna take the trade, our stop loss would have been right below here. The same thing we do here, we put it right below this structure here and say we're gonna aim continue going with the direction. Because again, it's the same thing. We only buying because the overall month now, since price closing back above this level here, there's no reason to look for anything else except buys. So we're only gonna be buying gold at this point and try to go forward the same thing. If you hit your stop loss, you're still gonna be in this trade. Wow, that stop loss price gone back all the way to our re-entry. So we're good. Let me put this down here. Put this down here. We're still in that trade, by the way, so we're good. But I mean, think about it. If we target a 1 to 3, price is giving us what? Almost 1 to 2 here. We definitely would have took partial on this trade anyways.
yeah,
Because again, that's the idea. If you wanna hold for the whole month, you could do that. But the idea is just like once price giving you what you're looking for, try to catch some profit up. But the structure now we know this structure is not playing. We're not gonna switch our structure and be like, oh, this is a change of character here. Unless price actually break this low here, we're good with the trend. So we can now look for more trade opportunity here now and even focus more on the higher time frame now at this point. Because if we hit in this here and this is 5 in the evening, 6, we're not gonna look for no trade. We're gonna wait for the next trading day, like, which is either New York or London. And the time for that we can now see if price can give us reason to close back above this here. Wow, we close above there, so that's aggressive entry here, like you saying. Yeah, this is the type of trade, bro. put that here, and now even say we're gonna go even higher because we have a clear pullback here. The stop loss will technically be here, so we still aiming to take out the high. We are still in the first trade overall. This stop loss is safer to be below this level. Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. The only thing that will be killing you sometimes as a trader is where you place your stop loss, bro.
Yeah.
Because you try to make your stop loss smaller so you can get modest lot size for the same trade that you can just use whatever is risky that you are aiming for and still go into the direction as long as it's gonna give you one time, two times, three times, four times, five times. Potentially this trade will give you 10 times because gold price just continue going from here anyways. So now we have entry here, and see if this target is just gonna do the same thing. There we go. We just aiming. I see. It's at this point, this market is gonna go at least anyway. This is giving you at least 1 to 2 or 1.5, and we're still in the same trade. So we are winning one trade minus one trade here. This is the hesitation that we need to start to think around. Now let's take our mind off from the chart a little bit and think psychologically wise. How would we be feeling in these trades right now after price hit our stop loss while we in the first trade idea? So we try to scale in a trade that hit our stop loss, but that stop loss anyways, the profit that was flowing around here, probably it would have hit your stop loss, but it's not going to be that much money. It's just going to be somewhere deducting from the account balance, but the sum of the profit that you are in this trade will still be flowing. So you're still not in that deep level because we're using the same stop loss risk from now on. Either 500, whatever account size is, we choose specific number.
Yeah.
Whatever trade that we're using, that's what they're gonna do. This trade taking you out here while you're in this trade, how would you feel if market is still not hitting your stop loss and you put the stop loss in a safer place? We should learn around this kind of thing. This is called fucking emotional trigger in real world, bro.
Yeah.
Using it's real.
Bro, let me go to for
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
when this market pull back here, bro, I be confused. I'm thinking maybe it's changing the direction. Like, because the pullback is aggressive.
Yeah.
But if I don't really know where the move is start, that's where I get confused.
And
Like,
and the thing about it, like the pullback, once you see pullback aggressive pullback like this, in a market condition like this, we need this kind of pullback to have those kind of aggressive moves again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These are the things that we need to actually implement in our thought process because obviously this is back history. But in real market, how do you actually go about this here? And the thing to serve ourselves, we need to now focus on like 15-minute entry. Okay, if market is in the area and we are on the chart in the right moment, we can go into the 15 minutes. But overall, we need to focus on the 1 hour time frame trade because compare this trade to the first trade that we took on the 15-minute time frame. This trade is going straight into take profit. Why? Because the volume and the confirmation that is happening and where it's happening, and on the higher time frame, we're going into the direction with the crazy volume. And that's the thing, bro. We know this trade is only going into this direction, how it's going because we analyze the monthly time frame, bro. So far, from 7th of January to the 10th, we only take 2 trades. But overall, the whole week, we're just waiting to catch these trades, bro. So,
this is the feeling I was feeling from there. It's actually the feeling I just got. I'm just gonna keep playing.
yeah. And look how we're gonna go about the market now. You see the difference, bro. I'm telling you. High power. So we technically hit this take profit here, but again, think logically though. Just think again. What was the whole reason you even start to look for a first trade here? And what is that reason you start to look for more trade here? Because you're trying to go into one direction, knowing the monthly closing above this level, we can only go into that direction until the 31st of October. We're gonna have pullbacks, but we're gonna stay in that direction. Yeah.
Bro, that was so active, bro. I can't lie.
Yeah, bro. So that's that for now. If we wanna add more continuous, but by now we think, okay, now let's assume we're risking 500. Let's assume we're risking 500 in this trade. We lose 500 in this trade, okay, and now we're risking another 500 in this trade. So now let's do the math. By the time here, if we have aiming for 1,500 in this trade here, so now that this trade he take profit, we win 1,500 for the first trade. This trade also hit take profit, we win in 1,500 on this trade. This trade we lose 500, so we minus. So we're gonna do this and then do this. So we have 0 here, 0 here. So this, if you add this 1,500 together, how much is that? That's 3,000. So if you minus 500 from 3,000, you will have what? 25. So we have overall equals to this. So we're making profit of 2,500 on a 50K account. Think about it. If we need to get pass in a challenge, you need to make what, 5,000. So technically, after 2-3 trades, you're only aiming to take one more trade to hit 5K. Is the numbers, bro, and the way you took the trades, bro. Yeah. So, and again, the month is not started, the month is not dead yet. This is the 14th of October. So we know now we are halfway through the month. Whatever fucking profit we make here, we need to make sure how can we scale those profits. So we shouldn't be like, oh, we need to trade more now. We need to tell ourselves we need to trade less now, but the trade has to be like one of the quality setup that we can take. Yeah. So we can use the same logic. Go into like the 1 daily time frame, or start with the daily time frame, go back, think where did we even start to take this trade from the first place, so we can get the idea of where market is trying to do. So knowing, okay, we just started September or October here, this was the first candle that triggered us to look for the trade. We have all this here, now we have the continuation. The month had given us a pullback, we even get in a clear direction. Now this market is actually gonna go into that direction because we pull back like we did here, give us 1, 2, 3 confirmation closing. So technically this candle here is Tuesday, we're gonna continue going higher, but obviously we're gonna miss that trade anyways because the daily candle needs to close for us to look for another trade. So if you go to like 1 hour, a 4 hour, I mean the structure is telling you the same exact thing, bro. Create a new higher high. We just need to look for a pullback. Okay, so instead of us waiting on the hourly time frame, now we're gonna wait for the 4 hour time frame to give us those exertion from the lower side. Then we can scale into 1 hour if we need to. We can scale it to the 15 minutes if we need to look for that trade entry. So if we go here, one candle is not enough. This year probably a little bit more data on the 1 hour time frame, so we can see why is it doing this. It's doing that because this exhaustion area here. So go to the 1 hour time frame. Now we don't do nothing. Market trading below this area is not our interest, and plus if it's not our trading time, it's not our interest. And plus we need to wait until we start to actually see something above here. Although we see in the sign 1, 2, 3 here, but that up in London in the morning, we pull back, making double bottom. So we're technically going from here, but keep paying attention to why is this happening here? It's happening because of this. So price trading below it is not our interest. We need to trade back above it. And this trading time here, we can definitely look into that on the 15-minute time frame. See what price is doing here. So we have in 1, 2, 3 could have triggered us to take that trade, but no, we need to wait for price to actually trade the area that we highlighted. Yeah. You know what I mean? So at this point here, because it's our trading time, New York, we can definitely take the trade and then think again, where is the safest place to put our stop loss, bro? That structure low here, because if this is now going to be the higher low point, technically gold needs to continue with the trend. And at this point, this trade, honestly, we could approach 75% off. We still have a remaining 25% running on this trade. Now we're catching another continuation on this trade here. Now we need to protect our capital. So if we were risking 500 on these trades here, instead of risking 500, because now we're trading with the profit, from that profit, what is safe for us to risk? We can now just choose divide that 500 into two, so we risk 250 on this trade, and so on. So if we go here and do the same thing and see if the market would give us that. If not, it might be one of the ones that you get early triggered, but everything meet in the trade, so we're good. Look for highs like this and so on. Price even closing back above the greens on the highlight is even better. So now these are tight trade. We just take the whole month. Now we can just choose, okay, are we gonna continue trading? Are we gonna look for more opportunity in this month, or we not? Because the month is almost about to finish. It's the 15th of October, so we can hold this trade, bro. If we have 25% remaining on this trade, we have 25% remaining in this trade, so we cross 25 25 I mean 75 75 minus this loss here, we have in another full volume in this trade. We can now just pay attention to where the market is going, bro. Like if we were focusing psychological number, that's another different story. But technically, we in a good direction to basically hold this trade for now, and then aim for our targets. Whenever we get what we're looking for, take some profit. That's how we make fucking money this 2026, bro. So, goal is just basically doing the same thing. Nothing really happening, bro. Like price action and then shit. To manage this trade, we can either be going to the a 1 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame, and see what the market structure is trying to tell us, and so on. But at this point, to be honest, there's nothing really to do. And this trade here, this almost gave you a full take profit, anyways. So this is another win trade here. So you took what? How many trade in the entire month? The market is just continuing going back. With one idea, you can catch everything that's gonna happen. And look, bro, like it's literally just doing the same thing. But recap. Let's pause a little bit and see what will we feel like in a real market. In real market, bro, we might not be thinking straight, but like this is only 4 trade that we took so far, bro. Like think about it, though. From the first trade we catch here, and the idea behind how we catch that trade, knowing where the market is gonna go, bro, we could have risked whatever amount that we're comfortable with, and let the market give us exactly what we're aiming for. And that's a lot of move on gold, bro. Like this trade alone could have been up to like what 1 to 10 hour now. So if you're risking 10,000, you're basically making 100,000. It's the max, bro. How much money you wanna make? How you gonna make that money by implementing the numbers on the charts, bro? The risk. So that trade alone is giving us 10 hour. This trade gave us minus 1 hour. If we had been in this trade here, that's giving us another 7.5 hour. This second trade that we took here is giving us 5.5. And I think that you can have the entire fucking world confident to actually hold this trade is right in your hand. Because you analyze the market from the monthly perspective, bro. So technically, the direction, if you, as long as it's aiming for that direction, it's the monthly direction. So you have all the confidence and actually aim for like larger, higher risk to reward based on your return, bro. Because one of the things that is the thing, this strategy has been performed so many times. We use it work and work and work. At this point where we are right now, we should not hesitate to risk whatever money that we aiming to put the risk behind this trade here, and hold the trade however long we feel like our system can actually go up to this high. We should be able to be in that mindset right now and hold our trade to the point where we actually know it's gonna do what we saw it doing over and over again.
This is different. I just know what I'm getting feeling.
You're gonna get a lot from this shit, bro. And this is only 1 month backtested. Now you can backtest this month. The money behind how we're thinking right now. Using the same shit until December, you will see where the months the market is, we're doing the same exact thing, but the market is not really like performing how you want it to perform. So these good months are the months that you can make money So when the months are bad, you can start to probably lose a little bit money. You know, okay, probably the market condition is not how it should be based on your system, so you slow that fuck down until you actually know, okay, now I can go mad again. Once you see the system start to play, bro.
That's crazy.
That's what is that for gold here for October. But you see the trend only four trade, bro. Took four trade, lose one trade. The remaining are deep in profit. And again, we can use the same logic because this is the last time we catch the trade. So market continually going here. We have no reason to look for any entries here. We could, after price breaks this key area here, wait for breakout, look for the rejection and continuation. But we want clarity, something like this, and then market closing somewhere above like this. Now we can decide if we're gonna take that trade or not. So now the choice is ours. What day is this? That's Friday. So technically we're gonna be like, oh, we're not gonna trade Friday. We let our remaining trade to do whatever they gotta do, and now you save yourself. Us seeing this deep pullback again is another opportunity to tank up. So this trade will have hit your TP. You probably now the break evens that you were, the remaining 25% that you was on this trade here, your stop loss could have been above this here or above here. All this trade that you was in from here, stop loss is again basically
when these pullbacks are happening, you can really tell, when the market go and go and go, you have to do this pullback.
God. Let's end this live and chop.